Many eyes are on Indianapolis tonight as the Kentucky Wildcats, as we mentioned, continue their quest for a perfect season.
Right now.
Yeah, one of several breaking stories happening overnight. This one happening at the intersection of Grinstead Drive and Springdale Road. I'm Derrick Rose. We do have new information for you this afternoon, and last night's deadly shooting developing all within the last 90 minutes. Julia, thank you. We are also following breaking news that's been developing while you have been asleep, coming out of South Carolina. That's where 9 people were killed in what police are calling a hate crime.
You never thought it would reach the number of views it has gotten. That's a different kind of
Come
on.
Back and forth. There you go. Now you're nay-naying.
All right.
It happened. You saw it right here.
6:26 right now. It is 70 degrees outside. Good morning, Kentucky.
Thousands of students in southern Indiana are in the middle of the first day of school, but for students at Floyd County High School, they started the day with a little bit of stress before stepping through the doors. WHAS 11's Julia Rose joining us now with the major road closure impacting this morning's commute. Julia. For you here at noon, good news on that large hole on Highway 22 that's been causing headaches for residents since it opened up back in April. Our Heather Fontaine joining us live from the site where reconstruction is nearing an end. And Heather, they put a lot of sweat into this project. Going to take a moment here to take a look outside, a live look for you. You've been hearing these words all week. Hot, hazy, and humid, and it really does feel the same. The only difference we're seeing, Brian, is an increase in the chance for some storms today. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
I'm going to get you to that breaking news here at noon. Our Karma Dickinson on the scene of a house fire in Germantown, specifically at Vine and Swan. Karma, go ahead and set the scene for us and give us some of the information we know so far. All right, Karma Dickinson reporting live for us in Germantown, where the heat is adding to an already exhaustive job for firefighters. Karma, thank you. In less than an hour, the city's top fire investigators are expected to reveal new details about that massive fire at GE's Appliance Park back in April. It comes on the heels of a scathing report obtained by WHAS 11 News last night, pointing to several flaws and infractions the department warned GE about before that fire. WHAS 11's Kayla Moody joining us live from the Okolona Fire Department as we look forward to this news conference at 1 o'clock while still going over that report. Kayla. A crackdown in southern Indiana on parents who owe back child support. Clark County officials say their new initiative helped them track down dozens of fathers who were behind in their payments. Clark County officials took 2 school resource officers, and instead of making them patrol officers this summer, they used them on a new detail. The man accused of stealing a trailer from the Valley Dairy Freeze appeared before a judge this morning. Charles Blackwell was arrested yesterday afternoon. And breaking news just minutes ago into the WHAS 11 newsroom, a source telling the Associated Press the Coast Guard is now suspending the search for 2 teenage boaters missing off the coast of Florida. Nearly 6 days have passed since they disappeared, but their families refuse to give up hope. Here's ABC's Candace Gibson. Going back to our forecast now, if you want to think about that story that Karma Dickinson was at, where that fire was, and the firefighters dealing with a lot of heat, just showing you how oppressive that heat is on people who have to be outside and have to work out there.
Yeah, and it's always so difficult for them with all that equipment.
Switching our gears to the weather outside, meteorologist Brian Shaw here with us right now. Brian, when can we expect to see those storms we've been talking about? Well, now in just about 10 minutes, scheduled news conference where we are expecting to learn new information about that massive fire at GE's Appliance Park. You're looking at a live picture there from the Okolona Fire Department where the podium is set, and the fire officials are getting ready to come to that podium and give us some new information. On top of that report we obtained last night saying that there were a lot of problems at GE's Appliance Park, and that officials told GE that a fire like that could happen if those problems were not fixed. Our Kayla Moody is inside that room right now waiting to speak to those officials, and she will have a full report tonight on WHAS 11. And in fact, if you step away from your TV screen, you can still catch that news conference streaming live on our website at WHAS11.com. Well, you have to hear this story. It really is a good one. An 8-year-old undergoing at 12:53. The next time you find yourself complaining about your own situation, you may want to think back to this next story. It's being called a medical miracle, an inspiring little boy becoming the first child in the world to receive a double hand transplant. ABC's Jesse Palmer has his story. Finally for you this afternoon, take a moment, come over to your screen. Look at this story. Look at this picture for you. First it was the dress, now it is the cup. We have Starbucks to thank for the latest internet debate. What do you see there, Brian? Does it say Corey or does it say Greg? Comedian Greg Doris tweeted this photo of a drink he ordered from his local Starbucks. The correct answer, based on that information, is Greg, unless you can only see Corey.
But it is Greg, because it's for Greg.
But it
so
could
it's
also
Greg.
be Corey. But
you can see Corey. I can see that perspective on there, but it's not like with the dress, any perspective works. There's an actual answer.
The only thing I see in that picture is the ice, because that is what we need.
Yeah, we do need some ice. It's hot and humid out there, but we got some relief on the way tomorrow.
All right, stay warm, or stay cool out there, not stay warm. Have a good day, everyone. Every year in downtown Louisville, the Road City Run starts just the same. Runners eager to conquer 10 kilometers of pavement with passion. One by one, each of them reaches their goal, some besting last year's time, others forgetting the clock altogether. There are no losers here, not even the person who finishes dead last. Asia Ford wears that badge with a smile as long as the race itself. This event is only one leg of her life's journey.
It's been a struggle because nothing is easy in life. And it's been a lot of teary moments, but I know I want it for myself.
For years, Ford struggled with her weight, topping out at nearly 500 pounds. Deep down, she knew something had to change, and it finally did when her husband at the time lost a limb from diabetes. From that moment on, every time she went to the doctor, her children worried.
That was when I woke up and knew that I couldn't allow them to be on this earth without my help. You know, and the only way I would be able to help them is if I help myself first.
So she started working out, joined a boot camp with supportive friends, and before she knew it, lost 25 pounds. And she's been shedding weight ever since. And Saturday morning, it was time to reach a new goal, finish the Road City Run. And she did good up until mile number 4 when she started to feel sick, and a stranger drove up. That stranger was Lieutenant Aubrey Gregory.
I'm not going to let her quit. So I got out, walked over, she immediately grabbed my hand.
He asked me if I wanted to stop, and I was like, no, we have 2 more miles to go.
But she would not go it alone. Someone trailing behind the pair took this picture of Ford hand in hand with the lieutenant as they walked toward the finish line. Along the way, they swapped stories. The lieutenant chatted with her children, even shared the loss of his own mother to diabetes. And before they knew it, there were just a few steps to go.
Your heart starts to fill up. You start to get those goosebumps and tingles all over your body. And when I watched her approach and I started to hear the people scream, and I let her go right there before the end and watched her raise her hands, there aren't words. There just aren't words to the way I felt.
Teary-eyed. It was a really special moment.
The picture that captured the moment went viral, more than 40,000 likes and over 6,000 shares. Surely no one downtown saw this ending coming. What they did witness was a man who was more than his badge and gun, an officer enforcing the law of kindness. At Central High School, the days are numbered for the senior class. That number is 1, making this their last day, and their principal, Dr. Daniel Withers, could not be prouder.
Kids are funny. If they know you care about them, they have worked their butts off trying to satisfy you.
Dr. Withers must care quite a bit. Friday morning, we saw students collect millions in college scholarships.
It was surprising. I didn't expect to get any awards.
Really?
I didn't think, well, not 3 of them, not all 3 that I got.
Like many students, Colby Atkinson got his inspiration from the oldest member of this graduating class. That person's name? Dr. Daniel Withers.
Students, it's been a great 4 years being here with you. Most of you, or all of you, know now that we have something in common.
It's his last day too.
I'm retiring as of the end of this year.
This year is year number 43 for Withers as an educator. More than half of that time has been here. He's seen 20 groups of students start as freshmen and graduate from Central, which might explain the evolution of a certain nickname.
When I was young, when I first started teaching, they referred to me as their brother. As I got older, it became father. Now, hey, granddad, how you doing?
He's just like everybody's granddaddy here. You know, he's more than just the principal, he's family.
No doubt he has a special bond with this place. It makes the second time he's left Central, the first time when he graduated in 1964.
Oh, I was so excited that him becoming the principal, because me being a part of 64, that made me feel wonderful.
Dr. Withers made it clear this is the last time he's leaving, and in his words, someone younger can do the job better. But if this granddad is like most out there, no one can compare. Derrick Rose.
It's central. You can't say central and not think of Dr. Withers.
WHAS 11 News.